Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Overwatch Seasons Season 4 Round Robin Round 6. Today, still in the Swiss stage format. Of course, being a best of 3 format, we have the Outlawed Phantoms and 4Bi+1Beagle. Both these teams being 3-2 so far, now looking to push themselves a little bit higher in the bracket. I'm CTH. Today, joining me is Cranky Guy. Cranky, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today, CTH?
I'm doing great, and I'm excited to see what these teams have come up with. Two pretty high-ranking teams, Outlaw Phantoms being mostly top of GM, 4Bi+1Beagle being a little mid-GM, some high masters. Still should be a really good matchup to watch, but it looks like we'll be starting on New Junk City for our Flashpoint map. Let's hop in and see what these teams are thinking about.
It's not every day you go to New Junk City. It's very, I guess, unpopular compared to the Zerabasa.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of teams prefer Zerabasa to New Junk.
I mean, Zerabasa is pretty straightforward of a map compared to New Junk City because you have a lot of high grounds. Well, quote-unquote high grounds.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for this match. I'm excited to see what comps these teams are gonna run, and I bet that Outlawed Phantoms is gonna run the Junker Queen.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Fix on the Zen a little bit there. That's probably not gonna stick, but might be fun.
man, if Key was on Lucio, it would be a great comp.
We're here to be
Yeah.
first with haste.
Lucio Zen, don't knock it. But anyways, it's gonna be a pretty much a mirror matchup, except that Enzo is on a Sojourn compared to Badger's Tracer. How do you think this first fight's gonna turn out?
I mean, it's all up to the Tracer. Whether Badger can get in, create pressure to distract, and to make space for their team, or the straight-up damage of Enzo will reign supreme. Nothing's really happening yet.
Nice knife hit by Absent. But Suzu comes out from the side of Alkis. That's their name. Jeffs gets a pick onto Alkis, and down goes Beagle. Humility gets a dash kill onto Goldfish, and the rest of Beagles is just gonna back up, and that's first cap.
Yeah, and I think that's really what it came down to, the nice knife throw from Jevs there on this Junker Queen, and then the Genji being a little bit more able to get in and out. Oh, Pixel just got annihilated.
That's a funny Kiriko headshot. There's two! There's
The funny Kiriko headshots.
Kiwi. His Goldfish gets a pick onto Enzo, and that's just gonna be cleanup for Beagle onto Outlawed Phantoms.
Wow. That's all it takes. Kiriko headshot.
You never see the other team, the second team cap with only 51 on the other side's, I guess, board.
Yeah, that might be the fastest
There's
retake I've
another
ever
one.
seen. Alkis.
It's not. Oh, Kiwi.
Oh, Kiwi.
Kiwi.
Kiriko's the only DPS here.
Yeah, I want to see these Kiriko's damage currently. I bet you they're in the thousands already. Cause they're both 10 away from Kiriko, but Alkis does use Suzu already. So once Sumili used Blade, it's pretty much over for Beagle. But Blade gets pops, Beak gets pops, both Kiriko ults get popped also, and Goldfish decides to pop Blade also. Alkis does go down, but Goldfish gets the trade, avenge Alkis' life with the pick onto Humility. So it's a pretty even fight. Jabs is getting dove right now, but here comes Junker Queen ult with Pixel as backup with their beats, and that's just gonna be cleanup for the rest of this point. I didn't even see that they flipped the point.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was exactly from Outlawed Phantoms, but they snuck on and got the point flip, and point control is so good in Flashpoint.
The breeze brings relief.
They went from 50 to 100 in like, what was that, 30 seconds?
30 seconds, yeah.
And I didn't even notice. But Absent is going
Beagle.
to... Ooh, Enzo getting a nice pick onto Beagle. Off the Sojourn and already starting to do some extra work. Just gets another pick onto Goldfish. Enzo gets their second pick onto Absent, immunity onto Elkies. And Badger's trying to escape, but I don't think they will be able to, so... Just a nice little, nice little Tracer 1v1. Badger's somehow surviving. It's still going on, and then he finally gets the pick. So Outlawed Phantoms are up one. Make that up two. As Chefs gets a nice headshot onto Goldfish, and the rest of Beagles is just gonna back up into the spawn. Absent still has Junker Queen ult, but Kiwi has Kyrios, so if I were Kiwi, I would try to bait out the ults right now. I'd throw Suzu right now, as they would get Suzu back immediately. But Enzo gets a pick onto Beagle, Absent gets the refrag onto Pixel, Enzo gets a second pick onto Aoki, Chefs gets a nice axe kill onto Absent, and Mildy gets two with dash.
Meanwhile, the point.
I didn't even hear it, bro.
It's already done. That's the Flashpoint experience. It's already over.
That is... Flashpoint is... racking my brain up right now. It is taken down so fast.
Now, 4Bi+1Beagle. Cut up on 4 ultimates to the 2 from Outlawed Phantoms. Both support ults online. This should be a good fight. Oh, just kidding. Alkies goes down. Only one support ult available now.
Enzo gets a nice pick onto Beagle. Badger. Headshots. Not railed though onto Kiwi. Jeff's cleans up with 3, and that's going to be first cap on this point for Outlawed Phantoms.
And Outlawed Phantoms, that was a perfect fight for them to win, because they had the ult disadvantage, and now they're swinging it back in their favor. Enzo with a good stall onto a Goldfish.
Yeah, speaking of perfect execution, that was a perfect pulse bomb onto Goldfish there. But this will be a pretty even fight, as Outlawed Phantoms built another ult. Badger should get their overclock mid-fight, but Goldfish goes in with Blade. Pirko ult gets used in the back, but it didn't really do anything. Oh, and Absent trying to just Junker Queen ults into a wall. It happens though, I done that last week.
That Cervasa clip was pretty brutal.
He gets a pick onto Alki's, Absent, and Badger, and make that 4 onto Beagle. And this should be first map. This should be new Queen Street in favor of Outlawed Phantoms. That is pretty convincing.
New Jack City completely dominated by Outlawed Phantoms. Even the fights that they statistically shouldn't win, being down 2-3 ultimates, they come back and find one, and a lot of that was due to the Kirikos, both Kiwi and Alkies, putting down immense pressure for their respective teams, but I think Kiwi and the rest of the Outlawed Phantoms found it a little bit quicker, and that'll bring them the first point in this best of 3.
That, I mean, Outlawed Phantoms just got the first pick every time, except for first point, that middle point where Alkies popped off with 2, maybe 3 headshot kills.
Yeah, the back-to-back headshots were kind of insane, but unfortunately didn't really go much farther than that.
But it seems like we're going to Coliseo for push.
Interesting.
It is very interesting because it's pretty favored towards the Junker Queen comp, which, as we saw, Outlaw Phantoms really dominated with. So maybe 4Bi+1Beagle has something up their sleeve. Maybe they can go
Zarya
Orisa or
comp?
something. Zarya could work. Orisa, Zarya, both pretty decent into Junker Queen.
We'll see. Because I can't imagine they're gonna try and run a JQ rush into Outlawed Phantoms again. After seeing what happened last time, maybe they feel Coliseum is just a more practiced map for them. Maybe they just during the Flashpoint maps they've always practiced or played Saravasa. They're just uncomfortable in New Junk City. I have to see. It looks like one team is ready. 4Bi+1Beagle is ready. There's ready from Outlawed Phantoms as we'll hop into map number 2. Honestly, I'm expecting not much to change in the way of compositions. Someone might pull out a crazy like Bastion comp, but other than that, probably just gonna see the JQ rush from both sides.
Definitely on the side of Outlawed Phantoms. I'm not sure about 4Bi+1Beagles. This is a pretty versatile brawl map, I guess. Since he could play Ryan comp, he can play Orisa, Zarya. You can play Monkey 5-man. It's just
That
not
would be
recommended.
something.
It's just not recommended into Junker Queen or pretty much into any of these tanks on this map.
Yeah, a lot of the meta comps kind of make it rough for Winston comps, especially with Bastion being still pretty present.
Oh yeah. But we are going to see the comp switch from I almost said the tank's name, from Beagle. We're gonna have a Ram comp with a Junkrat. And I personally don't like the Kiriko with Ram. I rather much prefer the Moira or Bap. But Bap would get rolled into Junker Queen.
Yeah. Maybe they're just hoping to use the Ravenous Vortex, the Junk Mines, the Trap, just blow up Outlaw Phantoms before they get close.
Humility and Pixel on the off angle can't really get anything done as they're forced back from a Goldfish to Junkrat. Alkeys does have their Suzu give force, and Humility's in there. No dash, no deflect, but manages to back up survive. Pixel flying low HP, but nothing really gonna happen yet. Enzo kinda just sitting on high ground with no contention. I mean, Beagles doesn't really have a diver on their team, but Beagle almost gets spooked up into the air in Ajax, but it does land. Badger gets a nice pick on Humility. Bob goes down from Enzo, and Goldfish gets another pick onto Kiwi, and Pixel gets a refrag onto Alki. So still a pretty. I wouldn't say even. Now it's even. Now it's even. Shens gets a pick onto Badger. Jeff shouts, tries to back up, very low, and survives. Wow, that was a nice clutch from Outlawed Phantoms.
Yeah, the support from Kiwi, making it back just in time to keep the JQ alive. Of course, JQ, once Ram's out of his nemesis, is usually just certain death. Especially when absent, doesn't really have a lot of healing to back him up. But I definitely am questioning the Kiriko Lucio with the Ram. I think there's just not enough to let Ram do what he needs to do. But Goldfish finds a good opener.
Here comes. Oh, that was a very good Junker Queen ult as absent bleeds out, and Kiwi gets a follow-up kill onto Beagle. Jeffs gets another one onto Goldfish, and I think Outlawed Phantoms are gonna try push spawn here, but two additional people are back to spawn, and so Jeffs gets called out due to his Ram slow.
the rest of 4Bi+1Beagle surging forward. Outlawed Phantoms, they're already out, they're already safe. No one else should get caught unless Enzo maybe gets a little bit aggressive here. Nope, looks like everyone will back up just fine. Should be a pretty quick recontest here. Jeb's pretty close to back. Might be able to fight under this bridge here, especially with Enzo contesting.
That's... Ooh. Humility gets a blade kill onto Badger. Goldfish pops tire. Same with Beagle popping beat and Alki's popping Kiriko ult. So that was a pretty expensive fight for 4Bi+1Beagle there. 3 ults compared to Humility's blade. And I'm not sure if you saw this. Once again, Beagle got booped up to the air, almost Ajaxing. But Enzo gets 2 picks right off the bat in this new fight. As Absent just trying to finish Enzo off. But Enzo gets a 3rd pick of that fight. And 4Bi+1Beagles are backing up to their spawn.
Yeah, they're kind of reeling, having to use 3 ults just to move it. Not even really that far is just not good at all. If you're looking to clutch a win against such a strong team like Outlawed Phantoms. Overclock coming in.
Yeah, Kitsune gets popped and Badger responds with overclock, but nothing really happens yet. But Jeff gets an axe kill onto Goldfish. Kiwi kills the other Kiriko, and Enzo gets 2. One with Bob, one with his what's his gun called? Sidewinder?
I think so.
No, it's either Viper or Sidewinder.
I'm gonna say Viper.
Viper? That sounds right. But 4Bi+1Beagle coming into this fight with 0 ults, so it's gonna be a tough fight. But Goldfish gets a nice opening pick onto Enzo. The Junker Queen is still contesting them, but 4Bi+1Beagle should just run past her and try to finish up the rest of their team, as Jeff just got back, or just shouted forward. I'm not sure what's really happening in this fight, as finally Outlawed Phantoms comes back, because Jeff's just kind of just standing in the middle. Enzo gets a nice dynamite kill onto Goldfish. Solo comes out from Absent. Here comes Kitsune on the side of 4Bi+1Beagles. Here comes Blade, beat, another beat. And Enzo is on the flank with Pixel right. I lied, that's Badger. I didn't know that Badger swapped to Ash, so it's gonna be a double sniper comp coming from 4Bi+1Beagle. And it seems like Outlawed Phantoms kept their forward spawn during that fight, which was pretty good.
This comp from 4Bi+1Beagle, they have to be finding a lot of value that's just not really going through and be able to make this work now. Huge rampage. Both snipers could be dead here in a second. Yep, Absent falls right after him. 2 supports forced back in spawn. Alki's not able to quite make it to the healing fields. And Outlawed Phantom's looking extremely strong. Probably just one fight until they push it all the way.
Yeah, Beagle's comp might be, what do you call it, comfort picks?
True.
Because Goldfish has been hitting a lot of headshots, and Badger, I think it's just the hit scan of the team, I believe. But Bob does get popped. Here comes Dragon, and another Bob on the side of Outlawed Phantoms comes out, and Humility gets 2 picks. Enzo gets a pick with Bob. Pixel gets a nice headshot onto Badger, and this should be the end of the map, which will be game. Ooh, like a 0.1 meter away from full cap. As Humility gets Absent, Pixel gets Goldfish, Humility pops his blade, and that's gonna be it. That's a clean 2-0 coming from Outlawed Phantoms, and GG's in chat.
All the GG's coming through from Outlawed Phantoms. I would say extremely dominant. 4Bi managed to put up a pretty good fight, but I don't think there's really many points where Outlawed Phantoms should have been scared of losing. They were extremely dominant. The picks coming through, the ults coming through, just all looked really good. But now the MVP of today's match.
Humility, it's between 3 players. I mean, Outlawed Phantoms, these 3 players really popped off. For me, it's Humility, Jevs, or Kiwi. So I'll let you pick out those 3.
I am stuck between the same 3 actually. I mean, Kiwi was really good. The picks were really good. Humility was good on the Genji. Jevs had some great moments on the Junker Queen.
I think we should go Kiwi.
I like it. The backbone of the team, keep holding it down.
Alright, as we can get Kiwi in here, let me drag them. Uh-oh, which one is it? None of their names is Kiwi. Hold on. I found it. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
We're making it happen.
Oh, me? What the fuck?
You.
I got MVP?
You were Kiwi, right?
Kiwi, I'm Kiwi, yeah.
Alright, just making sure.
You
Yeah,
could just
you got
be
MVP.
Kiwi and we'd
Congrats.
have no clue.
I swear it's me, I swear.
Congrats, Kiwi, on your MVP. Your team played that match really well. Like, especially I saw you got many first picks. But how do you feel about that fight when it's not like I didn't see you guys adapt or anything. So what was your fight or game plan coming into this game?
I'm into this game, honestly, not much. I'm a trial for this team, so I haven't really played with them at all. But I guess the plan was to win. I guess we succeeded.
Solid plan. I mean, if it works, it works, right?
Yeah.
Was there anything like mid-game that you were like, oh, we should change this up, or was any like
We should have.
strategy?
Our plan was to stop our Lucio from feeding. He got a bit too excited at the start of the first map.
That's pretty hard to do. Those Lucios, they just go and it's over.
I saw them get knifed immediately and pulled in. That's
Yeah, he was having a good time.
That's what's important.
But if you don't make it onto the team, I don't know what will.
That would be really funny.
That would be funny, huh? No, surely this puts my stock up, right? Surely.
Definitely, you definitely played really solid today, so I'd be very surprised if you failed the rest of the tryout.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the MVP, I guess.
It's our
Yeah,
pleasure.
thank you for hanging out and talking with us a little bit. We will send you back to your team.
Okay. Thank you guys. GG's.
GG's.
And I think that's gonna be it for us here at Overwatch Seasons. Outlawed Phantoms, 4Bi+1Beagle. It's great to see them play today. And we should have a couple matches tomorrow. Should.
Yeah. Good.
People,
Quote.
yeah. It's subject to change, you know.
But if they are tomorrow, 9 p.m. EST, I think is the one that's been scheduled so far. Times are subject to vary, but if you want to know exactly when, follow Overwatch Seasons on Twitter at OW Seasons or join our Discord. Link is below the stream. And yeah, that's about it.
We hope you guys have a great day. See ya.